Good Lord, man, you ever been out with your fellas, having a bunch of drinks, and get yourself so drunk that you're still drunk when you wake up in the morning? Or then you look at your phone and see that you were drunk texting your ex? Oh, then your current sees those texts? Or that you say something on the internet when you were drunk that you later on regret? Drunk walking and you step right into shit? Because that's what happened to Mark Cuban today. He must have still been half drunk, woke up, stepped right into shit, knee deep. That's Mark Cuban? What the hell? What the hell happened to you? Yeah, I can see the resemblance. Yikes. And this guy lectures people about medicines? Seems to me he needs to take something. I don't know what the hell's going on with his eyes and his face. Anyways, you don't need me picking on you. You walked into a hornet's nest with your comments. So Mark was nice enough to wake up in the morning. If I didn't know any better, he was still half drunk. Said some stupid shit that's coming back to haunt him in the big way. Take a look. See if I'm wrong.
You watch that clip and you see how easily that just rolled off the tongue, like it was an instinct. And then you watch the Joe Biden clip and you see how easily that came out as well. I'm starting to pick up on a pattern here, that when they're backed into a corner, they lash out, and the first thing that comes out of their lips is an insult to the people who they think they can't control. As a young woman, this was extremely offensive. And, I'll just say this. America, you have 5 days left to remind people like Mark Cuban and Joe Biden that they do not get to denigrate you without consequence. It's completely unacceptable.
So I saw that Mark Cuban went on The View, the gift that just keeps on giving, and said that Donald Trump does not like to have strong and intelligent women around him, and that they intimidate him.
That's Danica Kirkpatrick. Makeup or no makeup, she's still a beautiful woman.
First off, that's obviously wildly unintelligent. And second, as my own just anecdotal story, when I met him last week in Vegas at the rally for the first time, he said, "We need to get you a job." So, am I not strong and intelligent?
Mark Cuban just said there are no strong, intelligent women around President Trump. It's a disgusting lie.
He should have known that a whirlwind of shit was coming his way.
And it's pretty funny coming from Democrats who can't even tell you what a woman is. I worked for President Trump for 2.5 years. Democrats tried to tear me down. President Trump empowered me and every other woman in America. My name is Sarah Sanders, and I'm proud to join the millions of smart, intelligent women who will stand with Donald Trump this Tuesday.
Democrats are desperate, and they're spewing nothing but garbage attacks. The latest culprit, Kamala Harris campaign surrogate Mark Cuban. Mark, you claim no strong, intelligent women are supporting President Trump. As a former prosecutor, a decades-long television host, a business owner, a mother, a proud Puerto Rican Latina, and a fighter, I can say that nothing could be further from the truth. And Mark, you can't lift yourself up by trying to tear women down.
I can tell you right now, I guarantee what you're going to see is a bunch of Democrats responding with, well, Trump said this about women, Trump said that about women. You got to understand there's a difference between what Mark Cuban said and what Trump says. Trump has a habit of retaliating. If women attack him and talk crap about him, he's going to turn around and do the same thing. And you can say what you want about it, but most of us know what Trump is doing. The only woman that I could see that he actually attacked verbally would have been Rosie O'Donnell, and with good reason. Those two have been going at it for a long time. You see, what makes Mark Cuban or anybody from the left, their situation different than what Donald Trump does, is they like to act like they're holier than thou. They act like they're better and above everybody. So when they do something like this, you can bet people are going to speak out. And if you try to use as your excuses, well, look at Trump, nobody's falling for it. We already know how Trump is. And he's been under attack for the longest time. So say what you want.
And Kamala Harris, why won't you disavow this? Of course, we already know the answer. Because when Democrats get exposed, they lash out, they lie, and they lose control. We are seeing it day after day. They have no solutions. They have no civility. And they have no sanity. So to all the patriotic women out there, Let's send a message on Tuesday. Re-elect Donald Trump and make America great again.
You see, Trump will go after an individual. The Democrats go after all Trump supporters. I mean, we have Hillary Clinton called everybody deplorables. You have Joe Biden calling Trump supporters garbage. You had Hillary Clinton and the media attacking Trump supporters, claiming that they're all Nazis. You have the media claiming that Trump is Hitler, and you think he's just going to sit there and do nothing? This is different. Nobody attacked Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban didn't just go after Trump. He went after Trump supporters. There's a big difference.
Heads up.
Ooh.
Mark Cuban just said, and I quote, "There are no strong, intelligent women around President Trump." Cuban's words are mean, sad, and misogynistic. And the left can't even define what a woman is. I am evangelist Alveda King.
Martin Luther King's niece. That's who that is. Martin Luther King Jr.'s niece. That is funny to keep saying they don't know how to define what a woman is. This is probably not a woman you want to mess with.
And I pray for my friend, President Donald John Trump.
Hey Mark, you remember me? Last week you asked if I wanted to take a picture with you. Not only are you arrogant, but you're misogynistic too. My name is Janiyah Thomas, and I'm supporting Donald J. Trump for president.
All right, let's just unpack this really quick. Just in the past week alone, Trump supporters have been called Nazis by virtually every media outlet. We have been called garbage by the sitting United States president.
As I stated, you never seen Trump, not that I'm aware of, I can't remember, Trump attacking Democrat supporters. He's attacked individuals, but not the supporters.
And now Mark Cuban has come out and said there is no such thing as a strong, intelligent female supporter of Donald Trump because they don't exist. Respectfully, Mark Cuban, you would not know a strong, intelligent female if she slapped you across the face, which you're such a beta, you might actually kind of like that. So if you are a healthcare provider, if you are a school teacher, if you are a U.S. military member and you are a woman and a Trump supporter, then to Mark Cuban, you are stupid and weak. If this woman right here, Tulsi Gabbard, a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army, if this is not a strong, intelligent woman, then what is? Actually, I already know Mark Cuban's answer. This is who Mark Cuban believes to be a strong, intelligent woman. Although we really shouldn't be too surprised that a comment like this would come out of Mark Cuban's mouth, considering that he says border czar Harris has done a good job at the southern border, which maybe we just have different ideas of what constitutes as a good job. But
it's kind of hard to trust his judgment. I mean, come on. He deals in medicines. I think he should invest in a plastic surgeon.
To me, the illegal entrance of 13,000 murderers, 16,000 rapists, and the 320,000 missing children certainly doesn't fit the bill. It doesn't seem like continually disparaging more than half the country less than a week before Election Day is an effective strategy to get your candidate elected. But what do I know? I'm just a stupid, weak woman.
Yo soy Bianca Rodríguez, una mujer latina, puertorriqueña, inteligente y fuerte, orgullosísima de apoyar al presidente Donald Trump y de poder tener el honor de trabajar para él.
That's for the people who are non-English speaking and speak Spanish, because I have no idea what she said. I just know it was supportive of Trump.
Hey, it's Kellyanne Conway with a special message for Mark Cuban and all the other misogynists that support Kamala Harris and love to spew hateful, divisive, sexist rhetoric. Recognize this place? This is the Ellipse, where presently a strong, intelligent woman is speaking without a teleprompter. Recognize that place? That's the White House. Your hand-picked candidate, Hillary Clinton, lived there as wife of a president, but not as the president. Donald J. Trump beat her, in part because he is unafraid to surround himself with strong, intelligent, capable men and women.
Ooh, Kellyanne Conway is not somebody, in my opinion, that you want to mess with. She is a great debater. Not only that, I've seen her in interviews where they're attacking her. She is quick-witted, and she'll come right after you. I can't help it. This still makes me laugh. Madam President, thank God Trump spared us from this disaster. You think Kamala Harris and Biden were bad? This would have been 100 times worse. Thank you, Kellyanne Conway.
Whether it's Joe Biden calling us garbage or Mark Cuban denying our strength and intelligence, I'm here to stand up and speak up for the tens of millions of strong, intelligent women who November 5th will vote for peace, prosperity, security, safety, fairness. Thank you, and God bless you.
Hey guys, it doesn't look like I'm going to make it on air, but I wanted to respond to something that Mark Cuban said earlier today. He said that Donald Trump doesn't surround himself with strong and intelligent women. I guess he wasn't aware that Susie Wiles is Donald Trump's co-campaign manager, and the Trump campaign is running circles around Kamala Harris's. In fact, Donald Trump's on track to hit 270 if you look at the Real Clear Politics battleground averages.
He is on target now to, I believe, at 283. Where they stand right now in early voting, it is really bad for the Democrats.
Beyond that, I'm sick and tired of Trump supporters being disparaged by people like Mark Cuban, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. There are strong and intelligent women across this country supporting Donald Trump. Doctors, lawyers, nurses, teachers, mothers, grandmothers, the list goes on, because what do they want? They want inflation down, they want the border secure, and they don't want to have to send their sons or daughters to war like they would under Kamala Harris. Also, if Mark Cuban is so interested in strong and intelligent women, why is he supporting Kamala Harris?
So here's the thing. Who doesn't love a yellow school bus, right? Can you raise your hand if you love a yellow school bus, right? Just, there's something about and most of us, many of us went to school on the yellow school bus, right? And it's part of our experience growing up. It's part of, a nostalgia and a memory of the excitement and joy of going to school, to be with your favorite teacher, to be with your best friends, and to learn. The school bus takes us there. The governor and I, and we were all doing a tour of the library here, and talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time in terms of what we need to do to lay these wires, what we need to do to create these jobs. And there is such great significance to the passage of time.
I think it's interesting when Trump says they're not sending their best, they're sending criminals, they're draining their prisons, and they mock him for it. But this is common. People might have forgotten in the 80s that Cuba drained their entire prison and sent them over here. As a matter of fact, it was an opening scene in the movie Scarface.
Kamala, you might want to get control of your male surrogates like, I don't know, President Joe Biden and Mark Cuban. Not only did Biden refer to so many Americans as garbage, but then you've got Mark Cuban attacking strong and intelligent women if they support Donald Trump. I'm sorry, but my mother, my mother-in-law, my daughters, and so many of my friends are voting for Donald Trump. Because sadly, Kamala Harris, y'all don't even know what a woman is, number one. Number two, so many women are suffering under your economic policies, being forced to work 2 jobs to be able to sustain their families. And women have been killed because of your open border policies, where there has been no proper vetting in individuals coming into this country illegally. So you know what? Us strong and intelligent women, we're sticking with Donald Trump.
I notice when the people from the right say you guys don't even know what a woman is, a lot of people go, oh, that's them picking on the trans community. That's not where that comes from.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Yeah, and she became a Supreme Court justice for the Democrats. That's where that comes from.
This is incredibly disrespectful coming from someone, especially like you, Mark, who a lot of American women out there really respected you. A while ago, my sister and I were asked to audition on Shark Tank because of our startup.
Women who support Trump, man, a lot of them are beautiful.
We grew up watching the show. So when we thought that we would have the opportunity to be on Shark Tank and around an investor like you, like that was our American dream. We grew up in really humble beginnings. Our grandmother picked coffee beans in Central America. We grew up with a small business owner father, a legal immigrant family. Now I realize why they say never meet your heroes, because this is who Mark Cuban clearly is. Like, clearly we were smart enough to be in the running for a Shark Tank episode. To say that Trump does not surround himself around strong and smart women is so disrespectful, all for politics. Okay, got it, Mark. We're not the smart one. To say those comments about women just because you don't agree politically. I'm also really damn proud of the fact that I worked for President Donald J. Trump and his administration. And I'll tell you, all the women who work for him are not only strong, they're brilliant. Most of all, they're patriots and they care about this country and they care about the American people. So sit down, Mark, because your career as a Kamala surrogate is completely destroying the legacy that a lot of women in America really admired you for.
You never see Donald Trump around strong, intelligent women. That's the quote, Mark Cuban. I gotta say, I have known you and respected you and loved you for a really long time and have watched every single one of the comments you've made over the last several months. And I don't agree with them, but I respect them. And what you just said there is disrespectful and it crosses the line. How about Tulsi Gabbard? Let me ask you about Tulsi, your friend Tulsi, right? At the end of the day, if she had not left the Democratic Party, I bet that you would think that she's strong and intelligent, but because she crossed the line, she's not. Maybe more importantly, how about personally? We know each other. You and I sat next to each other. Remember at the IU basketball game when Bob Knight came back 4.5 years ago? Me and my daughter for a couple of hours, and you sat and you talked to, forget about me, how about my young daughter, who I think is intelligent, who looked up to you? How about your own daughters? What if someday they decide to think differently than you with their politics? Are they not strong and unintelligent? What is that? You talk about not being divisive, and look at what you're doing. Shocking, because I thought I knew who you were in your heart and your core. I know you're a damn good businessman, and this is just stupid. I don't get it, Mark. Not okay.
Mark Cuban just said there are no strong, intelligent women around President Trump. Disgusting and misogynistic. The left can't even define what a woman is. My name is Hope Moreland, and I support President Trump.
Mark Cuban just said that he's never seen President Donald Trump around strong and intelligent women.
God bless the Republican women. They are beautiful.
Well, game on, buddy. I'll take you on any day in a debate or maybe even arm wrestling.
I think she can kick his ass.
Mark Cuban just went on The View this morning and said that there are no strong or intelligent women that support President Trump, which is by definition misogyny, not just to mention their disgusting comments. The fact is that Mark Cuban, this out-of-touch billionaire that's trying to bully women into supporting Kamala Harris, A, has no idea what real people are experiencing in this country. He's an elitist, again, out of touch. But B, he's also part of the same party that is trying to remove mothers. They're trying to call us birthing persons or chest feeders. They can't even define what a woman is, and yet the arrogance in trying to lecture strong and independent women that are outside the groupthink mentality into who to vote for, I don't think so. The fact is that this party, again, tries to bully people, but it's not going to happen. You can see that in the polling. We're going to win.
So the party of kindness and joy and vibes, they're not so kind. Just recently, Joe Biden called Trump supporters garbage. Today, Mark Cuban called female Trump supporters not intelligent and not strong. Well, here's what I have to say. I'm a former Division I track athlete from the University of Florida, arguably the best track program in the nation. I was a walk-on, and I matched the number 6 ranked time on UF's all-time top 10 list in the 60-meter hurdles. That takes some strength. I got a master's degree from the University of Florida. That takes some strength and intelligence. Ran Donald Trump's Snapchat on the 2020 campaign, that takes some intelligence and some strength. Reaching millions of voters, by the way. So Mark Cuban, I would think twice before you launch an attack against MAGA-loving, Trump-loving female supporters, because we are beautiful, we are brilliant, and we are strong. We are gonna win this thing on Tuesday, and we love Donald Trump.
And then you got a soprano on here?
I don't really know who Mark Cuban is, and I don't really give a shit. But I am interested in what his definition of strength and intelligence is when it comes to women, because he seems to be an authority on that subject. And he says there's no strong, intelligent women surrounding Trump. Guess you haven't met me yet, buddy, because it takes a lot of balls to come out and support the anti-war machine. Everyone else is pandering on the left. All of my left behind liberal friends, I'm still a lifelong liberal.
Yeah, as
Go
I say, she's
research
still
it.
liberal.
If you want to attack our intelligence and say that we aren't smart enough because we follow Donald Trump, maybe you need to recognize that some of us did our research, and that's why we left the left. That's right, I'm wearing a MAGA hat. That means make America great again. What is so toxic about making anything great? How nihilistic has society become that you will listen to the people on the left trying to lead you into complete war and destruction and darkness? And you want to attack our intellect because we're supporting the sunshine and freedom and love? Shame on you. I don't know who you are, buddy, but you are not thinking about my children when you make comments like that. And don't talk about the moms of America supporting Trump, because we know what's up. I'm Dre Mateo. I support Donald Trump like my life depends on it, and my kids' lives. Big Daddy T, 2024. Let's fucking go.
Now, either I missed her response or she hasn't made one yet. It's most likely that I've missed it. But you want to talk about a strong, intelligent, beautiful woman, this is one you most likely don't want to mess with, because she's a badass.
Oh, yeah. Remix, now I'm on the original version. New York!
You see, I put my MAGA jacket to trigger Hillary Clinton. There you go, Hill. Are you ready to make history tonight and make some liberals cry? The world first got to know me on the courtroom steps right here in New York City. And they thought they could take the greatest president down through lawfare, with lawsuits, fake charges, raids, and endless investigations. They thought so, it's okay. They thought they could crush the man who built this city skyline. But they underestimated how hard President Trump would fight. This rally has rattled some of my favorite swamp creatures. Hey guys. They're now scrambling and trying to call us Nazis and fascists and claiming, and you know what they're claiming, guys? It's very scary. They're claiming we're going to go after them and try and put them in jail. Well, ain't that rich? Kamala, you want to talk about a fascist? No one has ever voted for you to become the Democrat nominee.
Yep, they tell you they did, but they didn't. A lot of Democrats are pissed off about that too.
You see, I believe in something called the Constitution. And I believe in someone called God. And they tried to keep President Trump and his campaign in courtrooms being persecuted. But do you know what he did while he was in those New York courtrooms? He won the hearts and minds of the American people, all from this city.
Yeah, that backfired big time. Because Trump kept coming out of the courtroom and the crowds kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. All of them supporting Trump. And that must have been why he thought it would be okay to hold a rally in New York City. Because there are some locations in which you don't ever see Republicans campaign. California, Trump went to Chowchilla and had 100,000 people at his rally. New Jersey, Deep Blue, Trump went there and had 100,000 people at his rally. New York, Madison Square Garden, had about 20,000 on the inside, but easily another 80,000 outside watching on the big screen. That's about 100,000 people. You'll never see a Democrat go into any deep red state and do a campaign there. But that should tell you where the country is now. That these places where you wouldn't see Republicans or conservatives go before are going there now and holding the biggest rallies ever. So Alina, hubba. Good Lord, man. Conservative Republican women are beautiful. Anyways, like I said, somebody woke up in the morning and accidentally stepped all in shit. There you have it. Let me know what you think. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out.